What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video, we're going to be talking about Nano Dimensions. A few hours ago, we talked about some of the stocks that have been breaking out to the upside that we talked in the past. One of the stocks was Nano Dimensions, and the stock price shot up more than 20%. And we talked about it, they're going to be potentially doing an offering pretty soon. And a few hours later, we have this breaking news that came out that we're going to be talking about, that they're going to be doing a direct offering. And we also need to go over and watch a video, a recent interview with the CEO of Nano Dimensions. There's some very, very important questions that have been raised for the CEO. So if you're somebody that's invested in this company and you see huge potential, you definitely want to hear what the leadership has to say about this company and why they continuously do offerings and raise money. So if you really want to find out, make sure you stay to the end of the video and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notification bell too at the same time. I really appreciate it for everybody that turned on the notification bell. We have more than 7.6 thousand people that turn on all the notifications. So I really appreciate it. I'm going to be making videos like this when we have this massive breaking news that come out. So now let's get right into the video. Now, as I mentioned, we talked about this company a few hours ago. They're going to be doing a 332.5 million registered direct offering. So this is going to be finalized in January 19, and the stock price performed very well. It was up 21.6% of the upside, and potentially we're going to see a drop tomorrow. Even in after hours, it was down to $10.67, which is a 6% pullback. So usually the stock price definitely goes to the downside when we have these companies that do an offering. That is bad for the short term, but of course for the long term, if you're somebody that's holding this company for the long term, it's more positive that they have more money. They can reinvest it to different departments and they can do more research, and that's fantastic. But for the short term, it's really not going to be good, So we talked about this company, several times in the past when the stock price, when it first initially broke out around $1 to $2 and they do an offering, the stock drops. And the stock goes up, they do an offering, it drops, it goes up. It's just been a lot of offering that's been done in this company. Later on, we're going to be hearing from the CEO. They're going to be talking, they're going to be asking him questions about the performance of the stock and why it's performing very well, and some really important questions that are being raised for the CEO. So in the short term, the stock price can definitely drop to around $10. There's definitely a support area right around over here at $10. Worst case scenario, it can go to like $9 or $8. But I don't think it's going to go that far down. So if you're somebody that wants to add into your position, this is an ideal price point. If it goes to, to 10, below $10, that's a buy opportunity. And this company just definitely has been trending higher and higher. So it's really solid. And we're going to be checking out, the CEO interview in a bit. But of course, if you are somebody that's gotten it right around $1, you're up significant. So if you want to lock in your profits too, it's not bad. But if you believe in this for the future of the company, if you believe in massive growth for this company in the future, hold it. We have ARK Invest that continuously buys in this company. So that's very solid confidence booster for anybody that's involved in this company. So, but now let's check out the CEO interview. It's going to explain to us exactly, what is going on with this company and what's the future. So let's check out the video.
And get us started here so people have an understanding. What does your company exactly do?
Okay, the company Nano Dimension has developed a very unique technology in the form of a machine, which is the size of 2 refrigerators, that takes in a digital file of a circuit design. And from the other side comes 2 cartridges of dielectric ink and conductive ink, and the digital file is converted in printing of 3D into a final circuit, electronic circuit that works. You connect it to the electricity, it works. It's the only technology in the world that can inject 2 materials like this, which are so different from each other, and the end results come from the other side as a working electronic device. And we sell the machines.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, I want to hear more about it. Go ahead, please.
So we sell the machines. Our customers, which are everywhere from defense to academic institutions to very advanced medical institutions, are basically moving an industry called PCB, printed circuit board, which is a 40 years old industry that has moved pretty much to China and the East, are able to move this industry back to the shore because we have a machine that does it digitally in a clean environment. It does not cause a lot of environmental non-friendly chemicals to be spread. And it works overnight and does in a fraction of the cost what the old industry used to be prototyping in many, many days and many, many weeks. Moreover, the machine can be situated in the 60 machines of ours are situated in the West within the corporations that are pretty leery about sending their IP now to the East to do prototyping of PCB because it's in a serious risk of being stolen. So we're enabling both bringing the IP, keeping it on the ground here, and getting into prototyping and early production without sending it to the East at less expense.
Yeah, so it's faster because this 3D printing can happen all night long. It's cheaper, as you're saying, taking two elements and now printing out and pumping out these 3D circuits, electric circuits, for everything from defense, education. The intellectual property is a key factor. I mean, so much of this is national security, right? I mean, you talk about medical devices, all kinds of circuits.
Yes. And 50%.
What's next for the company? I mean, because you're talking about these big machines, a couple of refrigerators in size. How many places will you have from coast to coast or worldwide? How do you grow in the next 1 to 5 years?
Okay, so first of all, we have by now 60 machines on 4 continents. Half of it is in the United States and half is in the rest of the world. The machines are aimed at an industry which is a $65 billion industry, which is still doing it in the old style. And as I said, 85% of this industry is in the Far East. So the growth of our company comes from these machines moving from being prototyping of PCBs to production of PCBs. And the minute you get into production of PCBs, it will enable a very strong trend that exists today of reshoring this PCB industry back to the continents. We're speaking about hundreds of thousands of machines. Obviously, it'll start with dozens and hundreds. We already sold close to 100, as I said. And the vision here is that you are building an industry, as the gentleman before me mentioned, Industry 4.0. It's a clean industry. It's a fabrication that's in an environment that is non-abusive to the ecology. And we are talking and selling to organizations that are both government and academic and major leading institutions in industrial institutions.
Yeah, I would like to hear who some of your clients are, if you're able to divulge that information, maybe some of the big S&P 500 companies or something. I mean, we think of 3D printing, you know, there was 3D Systems, there was Stratasys. We were impressed that when 3D printing could make a chess piece. Now you're talking about circuit boards for drones and automobiles and aerospace and defense. That being said, what are some of the hurdles that you could face? I mean, are people underestimating your company? You've had an incredible run over the last 6 months, up over 300% for the stock. Are people underestimating or overestimating what the outlook is for the company?
No, I don't think people are under or over. I think people are hearing us talking and hearing the names of some of our customers. And as you asked, I can mention Hensoldt in Germany, Rehau in Germany. I cannot mention defense customers in the United States, but you can realize who they are, most of the leading ones. Government institutions in Europe, government secret services, few of them, and I can't mention names. So I think people realize that we did the first penetration, the first early bird, blue chip customers, large corporation took it, adopted it, and they see the vision of when this starts to grow and we start to populate the market, this trend of actually happened during 2020 when the industry realized after the crisis of China trade war and the corona one over the other, they cannot continue to be dependent on the East to manufacture electronic devices. And so I think what the market sees is the disruptive element that is in this technology. And right now, without direct competition is still, I believe a year and a half away. They believe that once we hit the inflection point of the machines started to be populating the production floors on the ground in Europe and United States, the value is going to be even higher. The Stratasys and the 3D systems had typical growth like this in the early days of the 3D printing, but in a funny way, it's a little bit deceiving. We are 3D printing electronic device. We are much closer to the electronic industry, capital equipment that is really, really advanced than just to 3D printing of prototype in mechanical industry.
Sure.
We actually manufacture electronic device that are functional and working, very different from just general 3D printing.
As you saw from the video, the CEO tried to explain exactly what they do, the expansion plan, etc. So if you enjoyed this research video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 40,000 subscribers. We're getting close to 40,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button at the same time too. And I'll catch you guys on another video tomorrow. So I'm going to be posting more videos like this. If we have some stocks that I talked about in the past, when we have breaking news like this that can significantly affect the stock price, I'm going to be posting videos like this in the future. So, but I catch you guys on another video. Let's get it for tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.